Okay, the waxing crescent moon phase. This phase begins at the crescent moon and ends as the half moon arrives. Moonlight is increasing, as is the need to do your own thing. There's still much darkness surrounding this rising light, but the sheer fact of her presence and growing brightness sheds much hope. There's a struggle here to replace old ideas with new ones. Oh, you can feel this. It was in the you can see it in the trances, but it's being reinforced inwardly. You're constantly being challenged to reach out beyond your present achievements. You need to prepare yourself for more growth and advancement, not less. It's not enough to just solve this. It's enough to, what am I going to grow at, learn that next. It's important that you rely on yourself more than on others around you. You must continue to strive towards your own goals to avoid dissipating your energy by going in too many directions. To your own self, be true. Well, this is like, it's almost like a prayer sitting there, but it really, you can see how it's acting out in her church. She's trying to get her own world together, and there's all these vulnerabilities that she was part of. So it's difficult when you're in a difficult relationship and you have to end it, but she held in until the daughter was grown up and the daughter didn't get damaged. It's a good thing. You are capable of genuine clarity and you must be prepared to work hard to maintain it. When problems arise, you must avoid taking the easy way out. If you want something done, do it yourself. Well, her whole chart screams out, if I want something done, I'm gonna have to do it myself. They can't even do it. You can't even do it that way. You can't do that. Like, she has that in spades. Just from her chart, but this moon phase is hitting this nerve and is reinforcing the need to deal with this from inside. Do not be dependent on others, especially family members. You're struggling to break out of the mold. You're striving to be more free. She was born striving to be more free. But again, the moon phase is coming up and accentuating this. Every 30 years, this would happen. When you find that you are holding on to the past, realize that you are diminishing yourself. Let go, do not hold on. You must struggle to find your own direction and life purpose. Family concerns might try to hold you back or impede your independence. When this happens, take care of the things that must be dealt with and get back on your own path as soon as possible. You must develop autonomy even if you are not encouraged to do so. You'll be continually challenged to adjust your lifestyle. To strengthen yourself, you can improve your daily routine, get rid of bad habits, strive to eat well, sleep 8 hours, get regular exercise. Yoga teacher, get regular exercise, of course. A healthy foundation will give you much more buoyancy and resistance to inertia. You'll be better able to advance on your path. It's important for you to believe in yourself and to hold on to your own dreams. You can easily be hurt or let down by others. Do not count points. Revenge is hollow. You must hold on true to your own vision and strive to actualize it. Protect your clarity and your innocence as much as possible. Try to get away from bad or lazy influences. You tend to lack discrimination and could get caught in complicated self-diminishing situations. Align yourself with reliable, worthy people. Do not run from challenges. So this moon phase is really alive to what she's going through. You can see it's just echoing what she needs in her chart, what's saying anyways. So the transit's going on, put it together, get yourself together, even though there's crazy things going on, and the progress is saying you got to do this. This is the double message, inside and out. So she knows. The question becomes, how much can you control it to have it work the way she dreams it's going to work, or how much does she have to let go of to finish the thing? Does she take a loss in the settlement to finally clear the whole thing, or how much does she do? So this is part of the puzzle. That's part of Neptune on the Venus. The Uranus disrupting things in the Saturn. Somewhat, it'll complete itself. It's there, but it's still in the process at the moment. And the disruptions aren't coming from her plans; they're coming from outside. They're coming from it's coming from Uranus and other energies. Just not everybody's going along with the same plans. Funny, but by the time you bring up a kid, you've done the ultimate job of anything. And you can probably do anything, but you don't think you can. And you've been socially isolated to bring up the kid to some degree, and your confidence isn't there. Your capacity is, but your confidence in so much, it takes a while to make that adjustment to do something without the kid, not for the kid, not the, whoa, it's still a big change. She's totally capable. You're totally ready for this. This was her coming up to Saturn on her sun, her putting the package together and studying things she wants for herself so she can build up the next 30 years to be the life she always wanted to live and not have to blame anything or any situation for it. So she's got a ticket on the future. She just has to not fall back into the past. So here's the progressed moon, the 3 cycles going on, and there's the progressed sun in the yellow going down. So here's her progressed sun. The first new moon, the first full moon was on the Mercury. Then she had the new moon eclipse in 85. Then she had the full moon eclipse in 2001. And that's probably around the time she had her daughter during this period. Then she got the next new moon is in the new moon was in 2015. Okay, so but her sun is going down through the first, second, and third house in her lifetime. It may get down, if she lives to 90, it could get to, it could get, well, 95, it would get down to where I see the deepest, most mystical point in the chart. So the sun going down to, I see, is very profound. So she's going on a journey of inner depth, of personal depth, personal values, personal studying. So her progressed sun's now just starting to go into Aries. And as it goes into Aries, there's a need to do things, to be young, to be doing things, to be studying things, to be learning things, to be traveling things. These are all personal things her soul needs to do to gain. She's like the student for her life. But that student can be writing, it can be teaching, it can be communicating, all of these factors. So if she's good at doing things, the communication, there's work to be done. So we're going to take a look back at her Mercury. Yep. So the Mercury, her Mercury started 11 degrees Aquarius, went forward, and it went retrograde. Now, I don't think I have a close-up of the Mercury. Yes. Okay. So we're going to put her Mercury went forward, went retrograde, and it went direct, and it's going to go forward again. So I want to say, it's too small to see, so I'm going to blow this up. Here we go. It went retrograde in 1984. Okay, and that was just at about 10 degrees of Pisces. It goes back until 2000 and 2008. In 2008, it went direct. Okay, so 2008, then she started to turn around thinking differently. So she went thinking way in her thinking about her life one way, get out of the house, get my own place. By 84, things have turned. 84, how old is she? She's 23. And then things start turning around, backs up, and then 2008, it turns around again. Then it goes forward again. It's not till 2025 that it gets back to the point where it went retrograde, where it gets, when it gets out of this loop. Until then, the Mercury is going over the same basic issues around resources, money. It's let's see, there is one aspect. Let me just see what's going on here. I want to go back to the chart. Oh, there's the chart. Okay, so I got Aquarius. So this is not an aspect. It's just the 2008 was the point of where it went stationary direct, and 1968, it's only 7, was when Mercury hit that degree. So from 68 till 84, that was the first wave of Mercury. 84 to 2000, her mind was going back over the same things and rethinking them in a different way. I'm married now or whatever, thinking things differently. Now it's going, 2008 is going forward, and you're rethinking all of these same things again, but seeing it hopefully the correct way this time, and then you're going back over them again. In 2025, it gets past where you went before, and your mind starts being free to go forward on its own for the rest of your life. And her Mercury will go forward through the second house into the third house. It follows the sun, but learning and gets to the IC before. So in her 80s, in 2059, her Mercury will hit the IC again, a very deep spiritual thing. So as she's studying spiritually, she has great fulfillment points as she gets older. She's going deeper and deeper and deeper as this goes along. This one square, where is this? 7 Pluto. Okay, So that's where we're going. Yes, so this, I didn't put the dates for it, but just before 84 in the early 80s, her progressed Mercury would have opposed Pluto, the fear, and then it hit it again in about 90, 91, and then it'll hit it again about 23 in 2023. Mercury will hit the Pluto reality check. Is there a God? Isn't there? Those are challenges. So it's worth going back and for her to follow those and see what happened. I'm not going to take the time to do that right now. But you can see those challenges. There's still one left of rethinking the past, going over things and going forward. And then once it starts working on this, by the time she gets to 2025, and that fits with her Saturn going down over her sun now, 2025, that's 5 years, that's Saturn getting down into Aries. So as it's getting down to the IC, she's learned and grown on a lot of things, and it'll start to put, by the time then she starts to go on her own thinking for herself and going forward. Then when it hits Venus, she'll be appreciated for her ideas more than any other time in her life. So by then she's got her movies or books or things together at that time. Okay, so this is following the sun, but the Mercury just added a little twist in there. Want to see the Venus? Look at the Venus. With her Venus, it goes forward. Oh, there's a retrograde, and it goes back. It won't go direct in her life. Let's see when these happen. So our Venus starts in Pisces. 72, it moves into 72. It moves into Aries. 74, we're beginning Aries. It squares the Mars, and in 77, the Venus conjuncts the Moon. It's all early time. This is like 77. This is just teenage years. It was a strong thing of what I wanted. What I want to have her, the Venus on the Moon, the impulsiveness of the Moon. That's got to be January 77. That's got to be something tied to relationships and mom and family and some kind of struggle around it. She's, with her Moon square Mars, she's inclined, and the Moon in Aries, she's inclined to rebel against home and have early experiences. Okay, but then that's the feisty side of it. But then the Venus goes forward. 99 in 2019 January. Her progressed Venus went retrograde. This is the point where she's putting through for the divorce, or whether it started before or after, but it stays a few years within that small area, and then it's backing up. Her Venus backs up to go over some things, and when it hits these points in area, as it goes through here, it's going to these brown lines mark the squares to the Saturn and the Jupiter. Going through 23, I'm not going to get into it, but this Venus is retrograding right now. It's going stationary retrograde right now, this year. Again, it says January. These dates and the different ephemeris, they fluctuate, so we'd have to look to see. It's possible it could be 6 months either way. So we're going to check on that. But basically, that's it. It's going on right now this year, turning it around. But well, it does. Venus stays in that one place for a long time. It seems as if he's stuck there almost.